to Down Home on Deerfield. Today I'm going to do a video explaining how we lime washed our brick house for only $12. Yes, that was $12 to do the whole house. 2 coats of lime wash outside, and it's been 8 months. It's holding up great. It really made a huge difference on the outside of our home. We've had tons of compliments on it, asking how we did it, what our process was. So this video is just going to explain how we did that. Unfortunately, I don't have actual video footage of that. So I'm just going to explain with pictures that I took during the process. And so you guys just stay tuned, hang on, and see how we lime washed our brick home in about 3 to 4 days, for only $12. So yeah, a very inexpensive DIY project. It's fairly simple. So just stay tuned for the video and I'll explain how we did it. So I have Addie, my little helper, explaining our video today. I started by getting 2 50-pound bags of hydrated lime from my local co-op feed store, Southern States. Masonry brushes were very inexpensive. I don't remember the exact price of those at Lowe's, but they're just really wide, like 8-inch wide brushes. That's just to get into the grooves and cracks of the brick. I had a small bucket on hand already and an old whisk. Use a whisk that you don't want to be using in the kitchen again, because this will get stuck to it, the lime will. And also some very strong quality chemical gloves. Can you say hi? Hi. Some very strong, thick chemical gloves, because I myself had lime burns like all the way down my arm here where the lime wash would drip down as I was painting it, and that was no fun. So halfway through the project I decided I may need gloves. And yes, I would suggest some good quality ones. The rubber latex Mr. Clean gloves, they're not that great. So some good quality gloves. And you'll just need your water hose and a tall ladder, depending on how tall your house is. Yeah, so I will explain through pictures here, as I didn't get any video footage of me actually lime washing the house, and how you can do it on a budget. $12 is all it costs us. So you'll want to make sure it's a cool, preferably cloudy day, no rain, because the lime wash will dry too fast on the brick while it's in the hot sun. So that's what you really want to make sure of. I had a couple spots that dried pretty quickly in the sun, but I don't recommend it. So start by whisking the hydrated lime and water in the small bucket with a 1-to-1 ratio. So I used a plastic red Solo cup, and I would fill up that Solo cup with lime, dump it in the bucket, and then fill up the Solo cup with water, equal parts. That way your lime will go on and dry thicker, so you should only have to do 2 coats. For me anyways, it was 2 coats. And our brick wasn't very dark. I will post a before and after picture at the end of the video as well, so you can see that. Yeah, say hi. See, my name is Addie. We're working on that. Okay, so you whisk that together in the bucket, and then you just want to start by starting in a shady section. If it's a slightly sunny day, just start in a shady section and wet that section down. I probably went about 8 foot wide. Whatever you're comfortable working with. If you want smaller, you could do a 4 foot wide section, however wide you want to go. But you just don't want that water drying up on the brick before you get a chance to lime wash over it. So you have to work with wet brick as you're going through. So you wet your brick down with your water hose, and you start at the top of your house. At the top, I just work my way down, and keep in mind this lime will drip on anything. So prior to this, if you need to tape over windows, AC units, heat pumps, if you need to tape over the electrical box on the outside of your home, anything that you don't want lime splashing on, lime wash, I suggest covering that up, plastic with tape on the windows, however you want to do that. We were getting our windows replaced Therefore, we did not cover them. We just kind of let it splatter. But just keep in mind, you want to tape off anything that you don't want getting lime wash on. And you work from top to bottom. So you work sideways, up and down strokes. Because you want to get in all the mortar cracks and crevices, any lines that are in the bricks. Like mine had holes and lines, so you have to like squish your lime wash into that. And then using your masonry brush, just keep working. I know it sounds like a lot for a brush, but your brush is pretty wide. It's not just like a regular paintbrush. This is an 8-inch wide brush, so it covers a good area. So you just got to make sure that your brick is wet before applying the lime wash. That's the most important step. You're going to repeat this lime wash technique, spraying it down, lime washing it, spraying it down, lime washing it, until you're done around the whole house. Then you let that dry overnight. You really need to give it a good 24 hours at least to dry. 2 days probably wouldn't hurt, just to let the lime get soaked in. It'll go on really thin like milk. It's like painting milk onto brick, so just keep that in mind as well. It does wash off of the grass, so if you have grass, the rain will wash it away. Because lime is natural, and so it's fairly simple to work with. You may want to protect your eyes as well while doing this, just things like that. At first, it will look like the lime is not doing anything. It'll be very light, and you'll still be able to see a lot of the brick through it. Well, after it dries darker, more opaque. So the next day you'll come back and you'll say, wow, is that even the same thing? So that's how I was anyways. So you do this all over your house. The next day when you start round 2, if you want the darker solid white like I have, you'll do the same thing. You'll wet down your section, brush over everything in that section with the lime wash, continue, wet down the section, brush over everything. Don't jump ahead wetting down your sections because it'll dry before you get a chance to get there. So one section at a time, as much as you're comfortable working with at a time. So like I said, my house has 2 coats. The best thing about using hydrated lime is that it allows your brick to breathe. And unlike paint, lime wash shows a natural distressed look, and you really don't even have to touch it up until maybe 10 years, 15 years down the road. You might have to go and touch up spots. But with applying the 2 coats, it's going to last even longer than just 1 coat. So this is very beneficial in also preventing bugs, because powdered lime is a natural bug repellent. They just don't like it because it dries them up, basically, just like it dried my skin and caused a lime burn on my skin, which was not fun. So I really don't have any cons to lime washing your house. You can go for whatever look you like. If you like the more opaque look or the more transparent look, we did the opaque look, so it's solid. The transparent look, you would just mix a lesser ratio. So let's say 1 cup of lime to 2 cups of water. You want to use more water if you want a more transparent look. So I'll just go through and show you guys the pictures of kind of the process I did. Unfortunately, I have no video footage. I'm sorry about that. Like I said, I was just trying to get it done, and yeah, while it was warm and I had a chance to get it done. So I will show you guys the footage, the pictures, and the end result before and after on our home, and just let you see for yourself. A lime washed house for only 12 bucks. So here's our home before, just a plain brick house, white columns. Here's the process of lime washing. This was applying the first coat, so it does have that transparent look. This was also during the first coat. You can see a little bit of a trial of second coat there. And here is the after picture when the lime washing was finished. New wood columns, new wood shutters, new windows, and a new front door. We love it. Don't forget to click the link to subscribe to our channel to see more home remodeling projects, and we hope you enjoy.